Jessica Harrington trained runner. Jessie, of course, won her previous race, and Mia Mento was very unlucky 2 starts ago to Curra in a Premier handicap when just beat behind Cindia, not getting a lot of luck in running on that occasion. However, she bombed out at the Curra on Oaks weekend when not showing up at all in a tactical race. Only 5 runners that occasion, and she could never land a blow where the winner emphatic answer made it all. Perhaps back around a bend with a cut in the ground would suit her well. Number 12 coming to shot there is Friendly, the chestnut number 12. This one, of course, is still a maiden. She has not produced anything like her potential to date. She ran a good race at, she won in Bellistown 2 starts ago, getting off the mark after a very good run in the Irish Guineas when she appeared to run above herself. But the ground that day was testing over the mile distance, and she did run home well. Highly talented, will handle the ground, and has the ability to outrun her odds for all that she is probably not the most reliable. Number 3 there, just to left of her, is interesting also as well, of course. Fair Cry, trained by Michael O'Callaghan. No show behind Ren's Brett 6 days ago. If you roll back to some of her better runs, she could be a player, but has a few questions to answer on the back of that. And number 16 there, Thunder Beauty. This is a filly I'm really interested in. I think she will love conditions. She's got a good draw in stall 5. Very good juvenile form last year. Hasn't really shown up this year. However, she didn't run too badly on ground. It was pretty quick at the Curra on her most recent start behind the High Class Order of Australia. Looks very well in herself. She's got the visor on. She goes around with her head in the air, ears pricked, but she will handle conditions. She's got a tendency to hang to her right. Ideal for Galway.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the stewards would like to inform you that they are looking into an objection to the identity of the winner of race 2.
Thanks to Fran for that. That's how they bet. Joint favourites Emanaya and Friendly at 92, 5-1 Lustown Baba. Thinking of you 11-2, 12s and bigger the rest for this Fillies and Mares listed contest over 7 furlongs. But there's some bizarre happenings surrounding this 5-10 contest. I think there's an objection to the identity of the winner. Kevin will fill us in.
Yes, bizarre indeed, Angus, and when you hear, it hasn't been confirmed, but when you hear it's an objection to the identity of the animal, it's the wrong horse that has run. And I'd say I'm not going to say, because these newcomers, all horses are checked, microchipped and passport when they arrive to the races, so I'd imagine the connections have saddled up the wrong horse.
Yeah, when you hear an objection to the identity of the horse, obviously that's your first conclusion, Kevin, but yeah, we'll just wait to hear what the official confirmation is, but it's hold all bets for now, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's what I think is after happening without knowing, because as I say, every horse that comes racing, you're microchipped as you're walking into the stable yard, then obviously the chip is matched up with the passport, so the 2-year-old, it's the right 2-year-old that's here, but I'd say what's after happening is been a mix-up in the yard with the runners from the Harrington yard, and I'm surmising the wrong filly has run in the 2-year-old race.
Yeah, well, it appears to be that once there's an objection to the identity of the horse, then yeah, that appears to be a fair possible conclusion. Because
the vet obviously scans the microchip, which is obviously in the neck, coming back down out of the parade ring down to the vet's box, so that's obviously where the issue has arose. But as I say, it will come to light later on. That's what I'm guessing is after happening, but we will confirm that when you hear more details. Don, on to our third race, the listed race, Colin Quinn BMW Irish European Breeders Fund Corrib Fillies and Mares race, won of course last year by the very impressive Champs Elysees on her way to winning the Group 1 Matron Stakes.
Yeah, look, if there's another Champs Elysees in here, we'd be doing well. She went and won the Ferry Bridge Stakes next time it rerouted to Goran Park, didn't she, and then won the Matron Stakes. So yeah, look, it's a good race. This Emanaya she's been favourite. She kept on well in the Cairn Rouge Stakes the last day to finish second behind Mena. That was over a mile. I just think, thinking of you, this filly here, she led that day. It looked like the mile maybe stretched her, even though she'd run well over a mile before that in the Guineas trial behind Joan of Arc. And she got out in front that day. She and Holly Golightly they didn't take each other on, but it looked like the pair of them wanted to go forward, and they did set a good pace. And the fillies who came to the fore, Mena and Neptune Rock, who was a non-runner here, and Let's, who stayed on well as well to take 5th place, they all came from mid-division, as did Emanaya. But thinking of you, I just thought she did well to keep on as well as she did to finish 3rd that day, and the drop back down to 7 furlongs today, that should suit her. Shane Cross takes the ride now with the absentee with Neptune Cross out, so plenty of positives for her. She is drawn wide, but wouldn't be surprising to see Shane Cross going forward from his wide draw.
And of course she was made plenty of use of in that listed race the last day as well. Surrounding won this race 2019, she's drawn out and wide as well. Big ask from her, 16. Willie McCreary's well represented as well. Lushtown Baba has won a listed race over a shorter trip, but got the 7 well when ridden to get it in a listed race at Naas.
Yeah, she did. She was only just beaten by half a length by Stepperteria that day. She kept on well. She had Nord back in 3rd place that day as well, so that form will get tested later on as well.
Stalls, Mio Mento blew the start completely, long way behind, and the Colin Quinn BMW Irish EBF Corrib Fillies Stakes. It's a listed race over 7 furlongs, and it's Galty Mist who shows in the lead in these early stages from Tell Them I'm Here. Not far behind them is Friendly with Thinking of You and Fair Quar. Just behind them is Lustown Baba and Emanaya as they see out the first 2 furlongs. Galty Mist is in front of Tell Them I'm Here, Friendly, Fair Quar, Lustown Baba, Thinking of You and Sweet Gardenia, and then surrounding Emanaya, Royal Canford, Thunder Beauty and Silver Service, and then Kleina. On the outside is Rocket Science, and catching up is Miamento. Down the hill to the halfway stage, and the leader is Galty Mist, but only narrowly to Tell Them I'm Here. Dark blue jacket of Friendly on the outside, and then Fair Quar tracked in by Lustown Baba and Thinking of You, Sweet Gardenia. Royal Canford and Emanaya is trying to improve ahead of Thunder Beauty and Silver Service, surrounding Miamento, Rocket Signs. And at the back of the field, as they turn into the straight with just over a furlong and a half to go, is Kleina. But kicking a few lengths clear at the head of affairs is Galty Mist from Fair Quar. On the outside is Lustown Baba with Friendly in between horses. Tell Them I'm Here next, and then then Royal Canford, but it's Galty Mist out in front up the hill. They haven't seen her since the start. Galty Mist has won for Gary Carroll, Joe Murphy and Tom Egan, second Lustown Baba. Royal Canford, Fairquhar and Friendly come next.
Sarah, you coming to us? Yes, Galty Mist lands our listed Colin Quinn BMW. Corrib filly's a listed race in a fine front running ride in Joe Murphy's filly. He's bounced out from a good draw. He's steadied it up in front. He's kicked off the bend.
Yeah, really good ride, Kevin. Drawn and stalled too. Gary Carroll made use of his inside draw. He got into the box seat from early, and you can just see here as they're running around the home turn, he's on the rails, he's going forward, he's got everything else in behind scrubbing away, and a couple of them had to go wide enough. Thinking of You had to go very wide, Friendly had to go a little bit wide, M&A never really got into it, but all the while Galty Mist, she's making the best of her way home, and she's just a seriously progressive mare. She's in foal, obviously. She's been running for a while in foal, and she looks like she's an improved mare since she's been in foal.
Yeah, it's building a career off running off a career high mark as well, 93. She's a bit to find an official rating with some of these, the likes of Surrounding and M&A. They were trapped out wide all the way as well, but Gary Carroll from the inside draw, we were just saying, watching it live, the difference, the ground saving where Gary was compared to where the likes of Shane Cross, Colin Keane and Ben Cohen were trapped out wide.
Yeah, it makes some difference, and we know here at over 7